Pyromania hit at exactly the right time, especially in America. It sold like crazy out there. I think at one point it was selling more in any one city in Texas in a week than it was doing in a month in the UK.
This is a band that used to wear Union Jack t-shirts on stage and everything, and all the American kids used to buy them because they thought that was cool. So they're a band that have always been very proud of their roots as well.
They're great because they can write all these songs that you can drink beer to and have a good time at the bar, and sexy songs that like you can play at a strip club. You know, those are like two of Americans' favorite things.
The number one thing that Def Leppard is etched into my brain is like the huge vocal harmonies and like the riffs.
We got an amazing response, you know, and especially in the States, the way it sounded on radio. It was all over the radio in 1983 in America, and it's almost like, you know, 7 years after we formed, we had our overnight success.
The true measure of the success of Pyromania is that it was selling 100,000 copies a week in America alone. Truly mind-boggling when you think about how many albums that really is.
I'd be surprised if somebody hadn't heard Def Leppard.
It's pretty hard to not hear Def Leppard at some point in your life if you ever turn on the radio.
You know, like the ultimate pop metal band. I hope that's not insulting to them, because that's meant as a compliment.
Yeah, lads from the north that done good, I'd say. Very, very good.
I think collectively we were always much more in tune with the 3-minute pop song that was full of guitars, the way that Oasis is now, sort of thing, as opposed to the 15-minute epics with huge big organ solos and then big guitar solos and all this kind of crap. We were never really into that.
The production was state-of-the-art, and it actually set the tone for what was to happen throughout the 80s. I think Pyromania was the blueprint for so much, especially in America, in terms of how important production was.
A very, very good example of what rock and roll was sounding like in the 80s. We couldn't actually think of a better example.
I said once that if there ever was a band, or any rock band, that deserves to be known as heroes, it's Def Leppard.
Without Def Leppard, I think British music and global music in rock terms would be so much poorer. And they've also remained through it all nice guys.